What's up guys, Slick Johnson here, aka Little Jimmy Big Pants, with our first Backlog review. So, we finally got around to playing Remnant 2. We did the entire playthrough as a co-op campaign, and honestly the biggest criticism I have is that the game felt a lot shorter than the original, and the bosses were a lot easier. We really only struggled on the final boss. I say it's too short because I was enjoying my time with the game, and when the end came, I was asking myself, surely this can't be it. Surely there's more game. Now, it should be mentioned, we only played the base game, as neither of us have the DLCs, which are 3 of, by the way, so I'm assuming you can probably get another 15 to 20 hours out of this game, and it's already roughly a 20-hour campaign. But again, when the worst thing that you have to say about a game is that you want more of it, that's a great place to be. So, what is Remnant 2? Remnant 2, just like its predecessor, is a post-apocalyptic, class-based, third-person co-op shooter. It's meant to be challenging. I hate to say it, but think Dark Souls with guns. But if I'm being honest, the gameplay overall is quite easy, especially compared to the original. We chose to play on Veteran, and in hindsight, we probably should have just chose Nightmare Mode to start out with. Combat is smooth and varied, and it does have some challenge, just nothing brutally punishing. In addition to fluid, fast gameplay, the game gives quiet moments of puzzle solving and exploration. And honestly, some of the puzzles in the game are my favorite parts. On top of that, there are so many side areas to explore, and each area and every puzzle are super satisfying, and they all net some kind of reward. I think it's only fair to mention that I never swapped my main gun the entire campaign. I mean, I tried other guns in the firing range, and honestly, they just never felt better than the starting gun. I played the Handler class, who's basically a hunter who uses a pet dog, and Doggo was a great companion. Provided different buffs depending on his loadout, damage to the enemies, soaked up damage as a tank, and provided critical revives to the team. My teammate played the Medic class, who was able to give off critical heals in the fight, and because he used the shotgun, he was able to pump out huge amounts of burst damage, absolutely shredding bosses. And to be frank, with that combo, we just never needed anything else. We did swap our sidearms and our melee weapons just to force some variety in our gameplay, but honestly, I don't think it was necessary. Just something we did so the gameplay stayed fresh and we felt some sort of sense of progression. Speaking of progression, this game is loaded with options. There are individual skill paths for the main classes, which there are 5 of, as well as additional subclasses that can be purchased from vendors. There is what the game calls fragments, which can be used to modify things like crit chances, reload speed, base damage, armor, etc., etc. Then there are weapon modifiers to give different skills to the weapons you use, as well as a modifier to the skill, each of which provides a different effect. And to top it all off, you can equip a myriad of rings and trinkets to further customize your loadout. My favorite was to run a lightning blast with a ring that heals you based on the damage of your skills, as well as a fire shot that dealt burn damage with my main weapon. Those 2 skills combined with that ring provided huge amounts of damage output, with some much needed healing in a crunch. I will say, there are entire mechanics in the game that we just didn't interact with. For example, the armor system. We never equipped any new armor the entire time, as well as there's an entire consumable item system that we literally never used. If I'm being honest, the in-game content leaves a little more for wanting, but I honestly think that it's just because I want more campaign. Now, as far as the story goes, honestly, I have no idea what happened. Something about space trees and the end of the world, you need to kill God, and then, yeah, that's about it. Anyway, would I recommend the game? Yeah, definitely I would, especially if you can get it on sale. I think I like the original better, but this is still a great game, and I'm glad I got it off my backlog. I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10. See you next time. Pickle Jar out.